So the curse of the Vasconcelos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice, but there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Alright, boss.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
Wait, I have
You're
it?
as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Sounds like a wild goose chase to me.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Yeah, let's, because I don't really know how I got the chess thingy to work. I was just playing around. I literally thought it was something else, and then I got it. So we have, let me see. We have the tripod and the gem, which needs to be in a ray of light somewhere, but we don't know where. Apparently somewhere where they are forging something or working with animals. Then we have someone making something at sea. A woman looking at the mirror seeing 3 ugly faces. And a knight. Could this be the knight that she's missing?
The Knight Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened.
So is he like something like a priest or something? Someone that teaches something with an orb in his hand? I don't know.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
It's there.
That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum.
Borrowed. Are you gonna give it back, George? I don't know. What do we want to talk about?
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger.
She likes
She's
me.
one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
Also, I was wondering, but maybe I'm too practical here. In Spain, it's really hot and you're still wearing the jacket. Take your jacket off, George. Alright, we should just leave, because I don't think Nico is she's just a little jealous.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
And again, I'll keep saying she likes George. That's why she's behaving this way. But there's nothing here for us right now, so we'll just keep on investigating, I guess. So we got that. Let's go back to the map and see if something has changed. Because I don't really know where to go from here, but I don't know every time, and somehow I do get somewhere. So airport. So that is done. So it's just Paris now. And we still have that lead for Syria, but I don't know how to get... We could go back to Andre and ask him about the chalice. Or the last night. He might know.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Don't call me that.
What do you make of this cup, Andre? It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably. You sure know your onions.
Oh, that's all he says. Alright, never mind.
Thanks for your help. You're welcome.
He didn't really help, but that's fine. Let me think. Go back. We could try the police station. We still need to go to... Wait, Montfaucon. Don't we need to do something with that cup over here, maybe? Oh, right. I was gonna read him out to the police. I forgot about that. I can still try that, though, later. But first I want to see if I can use that cup somewhere over here. With the statue, maybe, because these are all Templar graves as well. Look, tomb. Or maybe one of her ancestors is buried here. Could that be it?
A knight's tomb. His effigy in marble lying in perpetual state. Waiting in prayer for...
I'm just gonna check them, just in case.
A knight, there in biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess.
Monument?
A stone knight lay on the church floor. Just think. The second stone knight in a row of 4 lay on the church floor. I was surprised Philip le Bel had left this place alone.
You and me both.
A stone knight lay in... Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
Yeah, it was really heavy, from what I've heard.
A stone knight lay at the... I wondered if this guy had...
Alright, so that's not it. Statue. I can look through the scroll, I've already done that.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
But that is
For
just...
disciplinum meum lux videbis.
But that's just looking at that. This.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow.
Also holes in there, did you see that?
Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. A statue. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack. Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported.
Deported. Forgot about that.
A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Is this the knight she's looking for? But I don't know, what can I use with this? That won't work. That won't either, he'll just walk there and he'll go like, I don't know. Like I said.
The chalice from the mausoleum was obviously of superior workmanship, but grimy and tarnished.
That's not gonna work. A Spanish bell, he says, though. So, we need to do something with this. I mean, I can look through it again, but that won't work. Will you do something with the window, maybe?
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. A huge stained glass window.
No, you won't. I really feel like I need to go underground. Also, let's look at the hints real quick. Let's see what they say. So, George returned to Paris with the Templar gem that Pegram had found in Loch Marne. He told Nico how a man called Jacques Marquet was supposed to collect it and described a picture of a hanged man he had found at the castle dig site next to the word Montfaucon. At least now we have a picture of what he saw, because it was real quick. Marquet was murdered by a bogus doctor at the hospital. Before he died, he spoke of a plan to steal the tripod from the Kroon Museum. Using George to distract Marquet's thugs, Nico surprised everyone and stole the tripod herself. Now they just needed to find out how or where to use it. Lavina told me where Montfaucon is located. I should investigate. To get off the beaten path, you need fewer people in the plaza. Yeah, I know, but I don't know how. I mean, can I do something with the crowd?
There was a small crowd of... It's a weird thing. Put them in there. They look like...
I'm skipping because I've heard that before.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Right, so you're not talking to them.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it.
Wait, what? Why don't you tell me? Because I don't know what you're thinking of.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Does this grease paint mean anything to you?
A red nose? And now grease paint? You are sure you are not a clown?
Well, I was distracted by the idea again. Caper, caper, caper. Plummet. No. Gone again.
So I feel like, but how did I get him to let me juggle, which I sucked at? I don't know how I did that. Or is it just a one-time thing and then that's done? What if I showed that agent my red nose?
Hello again.
Hello?
Does this red...
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you had it.
So I need to wear that red nose, but how do I do that? Show him the grease paint because I really don't know what else to do.
Hello again.
Hello,
What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
delightful. Would you like to see some of my used tissue?
No thanks.
Hell no!
Then please put yours away.
Well, I could have expected that answer. So, I need to wear a nose and then suck at juggling, but I don't know how to wear it. I don't. If you can upstage the juggler somehow, he might leave. Yeah, but I don't know how. This is not a hint.
The juggler was good. Why he couldn't put that kind of application into getting a real job, I had no idea.
A real job.
Maybe he just liked dressing up like a horse's ass.
Can I speak to him and he'll let me juggle again? Probably not.
Hi again.
Oui?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Are you gonna put on the nose at least?
Okay, now for my secret weapon. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And
rage.
without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury.
Well, that was easy enough.
Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Great. And I got a ball out of it. So I wanted to do this, I just didn't know how. Apparently I needed to speak to him, which is basically why I get stuck in games a lot of the times. When I know what to do, but I don't know how. Although I did ask for hints, but I kind of already knew I had to do something with the juggler. But apparently the cop needed to tell me to wear that nose. Would he have thought of it otherwise? I don't know. That is kind of weird though. Because I tried it. Alright, anyway, doesn't matter. We're here. So, what is there to find? We have a handle. We have a boat. And I got it without looking it up. So I'm kind of proud of myself. Because I normally do that. And I was gonna if it took me a little bit longer.
A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near.
Let's hope not.
There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end.
By the way, The Phantom of the Opera, if you don't know, is a musical about a guy that lives underground with a mask. Oh, I can use it. But not here, I don't think. Or do I?
The hook lay in a bed of chain. There
Stone
were 3
panel.
arches, each with an inscription.
Are you gonna read them?
The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templier and something about innocence.
Great, what about this one?
Close up, I could see a faded inscription. My medieval French isn't much, but the few words I understood seemed to say, "This is where the gallows used to stand." Maybe.
Oh, alright. So we do need to be here.
The inscription was undecipherable. The plaster had cracked and was falling away. I wondered why.
What about... I do have plaster. Do I need to use that for this? No. I need to use that hook on something. This one? No, this is just looking. Alright, no, leave it. Maybe I can... This is just retracting the hook, right? It is. Murky water. Path. Wait, what?
The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much. If I wanted to get deeper into these catacombs, I was going to have to get onto that path. If the near edge hadn't crumbled away, I could have jumped it easily. Now, I wasn't so sure.
What about from the boat? Are you gonna try it anyway and fail?
Okay, it's long jump time.
Uh-oh, that's not gonna go well, is it?
Here goes.
Nope.
Do I look crazy or something?
A little. So no. So I just have stone panels. I have a hook. I can do something with it before maybe using it. But I don't know where or how.
The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Do I need to put something, use something with it? But what? I feel like I need to break open one of these. But then I would need to be able to connect it to something. What if, since the policeman has left, maybe he has left something behind and we need that? Or... No, the hint said to go down the sewer and I did that. So that can be it. And he won't jump across. People are still here, apparently. I can take the glass. Take it.
There was no need to take the wine.
Oh,
It was the glass that Jean done.
why not?
There was no need.
But it's liquid. I can use it with the plaster. You won't do it.
A typically last time I visited one, I decided I was...
I did that. Oh, he's doing something. Oh no, he's not.
That sounded pretty solid.
Oh, alright, let's try this.
Nothing hollow there. Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction.
Great. I was totally guessing.
I'd poked a hole in an historical site. If any archaeologists came by, they'd lynch me for this.
Yeah, but luckily they don't just wander around town everywhere, especially in sewers.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever.
Do I need to connect this to that? Will that work? No, you won't do that, see?
Here goes.
Oh.
Hey, cool.
Yeah, but it's not opened completely.
Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Alright, so one is jammed. Do I now need to use that hook? I guess. Try again.
Inside the hole, I could see...
No, do this, I think. I'm getting there slowly. Now it's completely destroyed. Oh, I can go in. Great. Wow, there's a lot here. Gap. Mechanism.
The door mechanism was trashed.
Door.
Boy, had I...
Yeah, you did. But it doesn't matter because we got
There was
here.
a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
Alright, let's go down the creepy stairway. Which I would never do in real life, but yeah, this is a game, so... It doesn't matter, and George is very brave. No, he's not. But he's trying.
I could hear voices from the lit area.
Ooh, eavesdrop.
At the bottom of the steps, I could see a glow. It seemed a good moment to be cautious.
So do you mean not go there? Let's save first. And then we'll go down there and just see what happens. And if we get game over, I'll just reload. That's the beauty of games. You have do-overs.
This was it. The conspiracy was revealed. Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest. At last, I had them. I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces. You're all going away for a very long time. And you can just drop those guns. You're impressing nobody.
Alright, bad ending. I guess that's me. Yeah, so game over. Load game. So we need to go here with the police or something, but will they come with me? Oh, gap. Oops. So don't do that.
In the beginning was the end.
An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now. Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it
has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lokman gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Interesting. So we now know everything we need to know. Also, don't go down there because the Templars are down there and they will murder us. Feed us to the fishes. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and then I'm gonna comment on everything we just saw. I'll be right back. Alright, so I literally came back to give this explanation because I'm really hungry and I'm gonna go eat something. So what we just saw, we saw 5 or 6 people that are apparently the Templars, so they do still exist, which is kind of fun because I thought they might, even though everybody keeps saying they're extinct. And I think I can look again, can I? Or is this gonna start over completely, which I don't want to.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it.
So he's the leader.
Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition.
Also, we know
The
him.
new millennium will... The next time that we meet, it will be to become...
Oh, so that was it. Now they're gone. So now I can go down there and take a look maybe at everything. Alright, so now there's nothing left here? I guess not, they're gone. So I didn't need to skip that. So that one guy I was pointing at, we saw him at the hotel. Where we were trying to find Khan and the manuscript. Which we did find, Nico has it. And so the professor was after the manuscript. And didn't get it because we got it. So that is why he was at the hotel. And I do remember speaking to him and he being very vague and not answering questions. And so that is why he was there. And our next lead is Syria, where he sent one of his men to, who disappeared. I forgot his name already. And you don't know what happened to him. So I think we need to go there and check it out. So we can look at this. The pedestal, circle. I think that's it. And they took a boat and they left. I also have a boat, so maybe I could follow them. But I don't know. Do I wanna? I don't think George wants that. So it just said this is their last meeting. They need to restore the sword. And I don't think it's a literal sword. I think it's the tripod and the gem in a location with a ray of light or something. And that will give us a location or whatever where the treasure is. So I think we're really close. We're closer than they are. Also don't really know why we're working against them. And I don't know what Khan's role is in all of this. Because he had the manuscript in his possession. And isn't he a criminal? And he is not with them. Because they were trying to get it from him. So yeah, not really sure. And also there are assassins after them. Killing their people. Like the man. No, the hospital. The guy in the hospital in McKay. They did that, didn't they? Because the guy in the middle here was the bogus doctor. I recognized him. The other people we don't know. So, yeah, I'm gonna take a break because I'm real hungry. So I'm gonna eat something. And then next time we're gonna check this out. And we're gonna go back to the map. Because I think we can go to Syria. And also maybe tell Nico about everything that has happened. Would be wise. So, but I feel like we're getting to the ending of the game. I feel like we really are. We're making a lot of progress. By basically clicking everything we have and hoping something works. Which is always a good tactic if you don't know what you're doing. But yeah, it works and that's all that matters. So as always, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. And yeah, if you ever have any questions or suggestions or anything, always feel free to let me know. You don't have to, but you can if you wanna. If you just want to watch, I'm equally happy with that. I appreciate everything you're doing. So yeah, have a great day. Bye. Thank you for watching. Curious what happens next? Subscribe to my page so you don't miss anything.